Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Judy Lee and we're here to do a pick a card reading. And today's topic or question is about what you need to focus on for the rest of this year, this calendar year 2021. So, and if you come across this message at a later date, then it's absolutely fine, just take what resonates. So we've got 3 decks to choose from, and I've got the messages from your angel cards from Doreen Virtue. I mean, even though she's on a different path now, I still think her cards are interesting. And if you don't believe in angels, that's absolutely fine. It doesn't. The message is still clear without it. And if you want to choose by crystal, this is a new crystal that I received as a gift, and it's a ruby in matrix, which is very interesting, isn't it? I really like it. And then we've got rose quartz, beautiful raw piece, and then we've got amazonite, another raw piece. So make your selection based on either the cards that resonate. Oh, I also forgot to mention the cards also have a Louise Hay affirmation at the end as well. That's why you'll see the card underneath, which I chose randomly. So make a selection based on either the crystal that you like or the card deck, and then click on the description box below to find your reading for what you need to know for the rest of 2021. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hi Group 1, welcome to your reading. So let's see what you need to focus on for the rest of 2021. So what you've got is Zana. So if you believe in angels, then take that, and if you don't, then just take the message, the base, what do you call it, the foundational message or the actual message. So you're protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. And so what I'm getting when I see this card, it's really, I'm drawn to her heart, and also the words feeling relaxed and safe. And so it's about letting go and just surrendering. If you've had a difficult time recently, just know that things happen for a reason, because we need to learn and experience things. And so just affirm to yourself as you go on in your week and everything, that it is safe for you to be here, and to let go and surrender, that life is taking care of you. If you believe in other beings, then know that your spiritual team is looking after you. And if not, then just reaffirm to yourself that everything is unfolding as it's meant to, and that you don't need to go into that fearful space, because at the moment we're really being challenged to stay in love, and it can be really hard because we're used to the fear program, and that means feeling anxious and worried, and if we don't feel that way, it almost feels a bit strange, and it's not really our natural state. Our natural state is love, but it's just we haven't been really taught that. So just when you feel yourself stepping out of alignment, and when I say that, I mean you start to feel anxious, you start to feel fearful, just become aware of that, notice it, observe it, see where it feels in your body or in your headspace, etc., and then do something that will help you to shift that, whether it's going outside, spending time in nature, things like that help you come back into yourself, into your body. Because if you're here in the present moment and just focusing on the now, then there's no need to worry about anything that could happen, is going to happen, or that type of stuff. I really believe that there are miracles that happen in life, and that's because of my own experiences. So if you can let go and surrender and allow things to work out for you, then you'll be amazed and surprised. So just going to move this Louise Hay card to be read later if I can pick it up. Let's put it there, and then I'll just leave that. Then I'll just want to shuffle some tarot cards. So what does group 1 need to know about the rest of the year? What they need to focus on? What other influence? Okay, I think that will want to come out. Oh, okay, one just flicked out. Let me just quickly try and grab that. Sorry about that. It just flew out. Here we go. And then just one more card, please. I think this will want to come out. Okay. Right, so at the bottom of the deck we've got the Star card. Wow, it's actually really, like when I saw the cards coming out, I thought it's really lovely reading. So the Star is a wish coming true. So, you know, like if you've been through a difficult time, you know, make a wish about what it is that you want the year to, or how you would like the rest of the year to unfold. And you know, there is a lot of doom and gloom at the moment, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can watch I'll include it in the link, my channeled weekly guidance video, which talks about creating your own reality. And that's definitely what, you know, you can do. It's almost when you set the intention for what it is that you want, then you set that energy forward so that you can, so all of that can come to you. Whereas if you just accept what you're being told and you just sort of say, oh, well, I can't have that, then, you know, that's all you'll get. So you need to really set the intention and move your energy so that you go towards what you want. And it's, you know, the cards are telling you that your wish will come true. So just set the intention for that. Put that there. So we'll be sorry about that, group 1. I had to stop the video because I had a cough. So yeah, I don't know if that, you know, if there's something that you need to say or you're not saying, then communication might be a topic for you as well. So if that resonates, it might just be for one person who watches this. But if it resonates, then, you know, take that as your message as well. And so the 3 of Cups is about celebration, and the message I'm getting is, you know, even, you know, it's almost like looking at what's happened over the, you know, this year, for example, and, you know, if it has been a tough year, even if it hasn't, what are the good things that have happened? What have you learned? Where have you grown? You know, what are the things, you know, I see the harvest here. It's like, what can you take as the gifts from the things that you've experienced? Because it's really important to take that time to review and see what's happened for you, so that you can take those learnings into the future. Things don't just happen for any old reason. They happen because there's a purpose to it. So make sure you spend that time doing that and really congratulating yourself and celebrating where you have done a lot of learning, and, you know, where you feel proud of what you've done. And, you know, for some of you might feel, oh, what have I really done? But give yourself that honouring of, you know, whether you found something really hard but you still took those steps to do it anyway. It might not have turned out as you liked, but, you know, or you were able to center yourself and come into love when it didn't feel possible. You know, there's so many things that we can be grateful for to ourselves, and it's really important to do that. So I urge you to do that. And then the second card that came out is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a new beginning that is coming through. And so, you know, I keep being brought back to this card about, you know, whether, you know, it's almost like the past is the past now. You know, take your learnings, but you're stepping into something new. And like the wish card, here I'm seeing the mountains. It's almost like, and the mountains are there as well. And it's almost like ask for what it is that you really want. Set your intentions on what it is that you really want. And I believe that we're manifesting, creating things more quickly than ever. But what's important is to be clear about what it is that you want. And that clarity will come from your heart. It won't come from your head saying, well, I want, 10,000 pounds, euros, dollars, whatever, right now. It's from, your heart space saying, this is what I want, and it feels good and it feels right. So, when you're making your wish, tune into that energy. Try not to be too focused on, we get focused about money because that's what we get taught, that money is everything. But actually, when you look beyond it, beyond what money is, it's an exchange, and it's also there's some emotion within it. So maybe you're looking for stability, or maybe, and that's what money can represent to people. And money's not a bad thing. It's just when it's used in an unconscious way that it becomes, I feel, a liability. And so then we've got the Two of Cups, and for me this is about union. This can be a lover, like the Lovers card, like a coming together of people. So if that's relevant for you, that could be as in coming together with someone, meeting someone new. And then it could also be yourself, within yourself, coming into that union where you balance out your masculine and feminine, your yin yang, and so you're listening to your inner intuition, and then you're acting when it's, you get that guidance to do so. So it's really, you've got a lovely reading ahead, especially if you've, had a difficult time. Just know that, review what's gone well, what hasn't gone well, but really celebrate the things that have gone well, and that new beginnings are here for you, and that you're moving towards a place where you're coming into alignment with yourself, and listening to intuition and things like that, which is a really powerful thing to do. So just want to see what Louise Hay's card says. And so there's two sides to it, but at the top it's only a thought, and a thought can be changed, which is absolutely true. And then I'm not limited by any past thinking. I choose my thoughts with care. I constantly have new insights and new ways of looking at my world. I'm willing to change and grow. So that's a really powerful message. And if you're, don't let that past stop you. You can create a new world for yourself, and you are going to. If you set your intentions with your heart, then it will just all unfold. So really take that time to think big, but with your heart as well, what it is that you really want and you want to move towards, and it will unfold perfectly. So thanks for watching, Group 1, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. So let's see what you need to focus on for the rest of 2021. So the card you've got is Omega. So take note of that if you follow angels and things like that. Victory, your desires coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. So your message is to trust that everything is unfolding as it's meant to, and that what you really want is going to unfold and come to you, and to really keep focusing on what it is that you want, and doing that work as well. So yeah, it's just quite a simple message, really, or straightforward. Just keep focusing on what it is that you're wanting, and it will and keep doing the work, and it will unfold. So that's really lovely, and to trust as well. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say about your focus for the rest of the year. So what does Group 2 need to know? Group 2, These cards are a bit funny today. I can't tell. I think this one wants to come out. Oh, I also put the Louise Hay cards there, so I'll read that at the end. A bit jumpy today, okay. There we are. So let me just put these into some form of order. So you've got two major arcana cards, so that's quite a what I call big themes in your life at the moment. And so, interesting enough, you've got at the bottom of the deck the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is all about waiting for your ships to sail in, meaning, you know, you've done the work and now you're almost asking, well, when am I going to see all that, you know, I've put in so much work, when am I going to see the results of it? And so it's just affirming, just trusting that everything is unfolding as it's meant to, and that you will get what it is that you really desire, but just be patient. Keep doing the work, keep feeling into what feels good for you, and you know, the results will come. And I'll explain a bit more if I can just figure out. I'll just move the crystal there, put that there. Because the first card you've got is the Hangman, and in this reading I'm reading it as the past, and it's almost you know, maybe you've been feeling a bit stuck, and you know that things aren't moving. It's kind of like, well, yeah, you know, what's going on? When am I, you know, when are things going to start shifting? But the amazing thing is that we need, like, everyone needs this time to really be still, and for things to be quiet, so that, because you see this guy, the man here, he's got the sun around his head, or light, and it's like he's being illuminated. He's getting a lot of learnings from this experience. So, you know, if you are feeling like, oh, you know, when am I going to see the results of all this hard work that I'm putting in, just know that this time where it feels like things aren't shifting, there's actually a lot happening. And you know, if you imagine it to a seed or something like that, you know, there's a lot happening beneath the surface, but we don't always see the results of it until a while later. And so it's everything in nature has its time, and you know, that perfection to how it evolves. So just really, your message I keep hearing is just trust that it is just unfolding perfectly for you. And then the next card, you've got Strength card, and yeah, it's just being the first message I got was taming that beast inside of you. You know, there's that part that's impatient and kind of, you know, just wants things to happen right now, and you know, maybe it's a result of our culture, of our society, where it's almost like immediate gratification. We expect things to happen right now and in the timing that we believe. But as I mentioned earlier, with nature and, you know, just in general, there's a rhyme and reason for the way things work out in the universe, and for us. And, you know, the number of times when I've looked back on my life and just sort of done a review of, like, if that had happened the way I had wanted it to, then it would have been completely different, and probably not as great a result as how it actually unfolded. And so really need to trust again. But when you get that feeling inside of like, oh, when am I going to see it, when's it going to happen, you know, give that voice attention and acknowledgement, because that's all it really wants. But then at the same time, once you've given that, then just reassure yourself that, you know, it's like that loving self-talk, that everything is unfolding, that, you know, you're doing a great job just as you are. And actually, when I saw this card came up, that was the message that came through as well, like really support yourself in saying, you know, you are doing a good job, and you know, affirming that, or giving yourself that encouragement and recognition, because that's really important as well. And then I'm being drawn to the infinity sign and that connection that we all have with, the universe, or the divine, or, source, whatever you might want to call it. And, it's not, we don't have a lot of control over external events. And what I mean by that is you can't tell whether something's going to happen tomorrow. You can't, but you can have an impact or influence on how you react to it. And that's where your power is in choosing how you want to react to things, and choosing a response that comes from a place of love. So if someone says something to you that triggers you, then observe it and notice what it is, and maybe try and dig a bit as to why it has triggered you. And then, that is a powerful way of dealing with a situation. But, also acknowledging how you feel, that's really important as well. Rather than, from a fearful perspective and just getting caught up in the emotions and lashing out, or, not really expressing what it is that you really mean, because it's your ego that has taken the lead in that instance. It happens to all of us, and we just need to be kind and loving to ourselves when and if it does. So yeah, having that strength to really look at those parts of yourselves which might come out when you're wanting things to be a certain way, and just giving yourself that loving self-talk that will help you. And then you've got the 7 of Pentacles, and the Pentacles are about our physical world and the work, and it's almost like this guy just taking a look and reviewing what he's done. And so I feel like it's an important step as well to really take a look at what it is that you're doing, to see if it is what you really want. Because if it's coming from an ego perspective, then even when you do get it, there's going to be something else that will take its place as to what you want. Whereas when it comes from your heart space, then you really will feel that satisfaction and that joy and sense of fulfillment. So just take the time as well to review what it is that you really want, and to make sure that it aligns with your deepest desires. So I just want to see what the Louise Hay card says. So it says, my work is deeply fulfilling. That's lovely. And so on the back, today I give my best to that which I do, knowing that when one experience is complete, I'm led to even more fulfilling and rewarding experiences. Oh, that's really great, and reminds me of keep up the good work. So just take it one step at a time, and know that everything is unfolding as it's meant to, and that you will get to see the rewards of what you're doing. But there needs just to be some patience, and to know that everything is happening because there's a reason for it. And our sense of timing isn't always of the highest. Just of the highest energy. So I hope that resonates with you, group 2. And remember to trust that everything is happening, so you don't need to force things. They will just unfold as they're meant to. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you at another video. Bye. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. So let's see what you need to know and focus on for the rest of 2021. So I'll move the Louise Hay card over here so that we can read that later. So you've got Fiona in terms of the angel that's coming out, and like I said at the beginning, if you don't believe in angels, it doesn't matter. Let's just get the message, the key message. So now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. So this is about your intuition. So really tuning into, if you do believe in, a source greater than you, then also send out that message, send out that call for help. I find that when I do that and I ask, oh, what's my next step, then I always get an answer. So if you don't ask, then you might not receive. So do ask for help if you're in a situation that is challenging you, because you will definitely get an answer. And be open to receiving help as well, is what I'm hearing, and also tuning into yourself to see what it is that your inner self is telling you about what you need to do. So it may be that you're experiencing something that is a bit challenging, then take those steps. So ask for help, be open to receiving, which is a big thing. A lot of people, and I've had that as well in the past, and still today, something that I have to really be aware of is receiving help. It's just because I think when I was younger, I was taught that receiving help meant something. I don't know if it could be associated with weakness, or then means that you owe somebody something. Whatever reason it might be for you, just know that it's really important to be able to receive, and then tune into your intuition as well. Like tune into what the messages are saying, or tune in however you do, to know that to be able to receive those messages that are there for you. So let's see what the tarot has to say for you, group 3. Oops. It's a message about the rest of the year for group 3. Put that here first. What's the message here? Okay, got quite a few cards coming up. And then the other cards, I feel like the ones that showed up are the ones that need to be seen, so I won't include the others. So let's just see what's at the bottom of the deck. And you've got the Magician, which is amazing. It's basically saying that you are the magician. You have all the tools that you need in order to create what it is that you want in life. And again, I'm seeing the infinity, which is the connection to source, divine, universe, your spiritual connection. So it really is saying that whatever, and it's a major arcana, so this is a big theme for you for the rest of the year. Really trusting, believing in yourself, believing that the universe has your back, that you can create what it is that you really want. You have everything you need. Like, that's what I heard just then. You have everything that you need. I'm for some reason being drawn to the flowers. They look amazing. So then the first card that came out was the Four of Wands, and so if you believe in repeating numbers, then this is the 111 card, 1111, or repeating numbers is a different story, and if you want more information about that, let me know. But it's almost affirming. There's two messages: affirming your connection with the universe, and it's almost like going hand in hand with the magician, that you can create what it is that you want. So take this as confirmation of that. And then the other message is about celebration. Because you see these people here and they look happy, and there's almost like a party happening here. So it's a bit like the Three of Cups, like emotional celebration. This is feels more like actions, because the wands represent a more active, they represent fire, the actions that we take in life. And so there's going to be things to celebrate because of the actions that you've taken. So really appreciate those, and when they come in, do pay attention to them. And then you've got the Hierophant, and so this is a spiritual card, like just indicating a connection to something outside of ourselves, not necessarily of a certain religion. So it's just reminding you to connect with your your spirituality. And I'm getting drawn to the 5, which in numerology is about personal freedom. And yeah, so there's almost 2 messages, about really remembering your freedom to create the life that you want to create. And when you really tune into your spirituality, it'll really ring true, because as spiritual beings, we are free. We can zoom from dimensions and various different things like that, but in the physical form, it's a heavier form. So it can feel a bit restrictive, and based on the learnings that we've been taught, etc. It can feel like, well, we don't have a lot of choice here. But actually, if you connect with your spirituality and all the learnings that exist, you realize that anything is possible if it's really aligned with you, and your role on the planet and what you're meant to experience. Then it will be yours. So it's really important to spend that time doing that, having that connection. And this could mean going out into nature, because for me, I feel a really deep connection with nature, and that helps me to remember that I'm more than just the physical world, and all those other things, because even with the work that I do, I can still get caught up in that. So maybe whatever it is that you do that helps you to connect with that, do that, because that's a very strong message. And then last to come up was the 5 of Cups, and the cups represent our emotions, and I was drawn to the river then just flowing through. But I think the first thing, like the 5 of Cups represents, is like looking at what's not working, looking at things that have gone badly, rather than what's going well or right. And being drawn back to the Fiona card, where it's almost like if things haven't been working out, it's normal to feel those emotions and to feel sad, or that no one's supporting you, or that you're all alone, and all that type of stuff. But the truth is, that's not real. That's just maybe a state that you're experiencing, a fearful state. Whereas once you allow yourself to move away from that, then go back and ask for help, be open to receiving it, and then tuning into your intuition, however you do, to be able to hear the messages that are right for you. And also the other message is about just looking at what is going well in your life, having gratitude for those things, because no matter what we're experiencing, even if life is feeling really tough and challenging, there's always good things that are happening in our lives as well. And so aligning with love is different for everybody, and aligning with love doesn't always mean I'm just going to be, I think people have an image of what that is, but being loving can be standing up for yourself and speaking your truth. It can be, feeling that anger and letting it do something for you or drive you forward. So it's not necessarily passive, as we might imagine, but love is really powerful actually. So tune into that, so that it helps you to move forward, rather than being in fear and just saying, oh, I don't have this and I'm never going to have that. And it's not a very helpful, empowering position to be in. So just Louise Hay's card is I experience love wherever I go, which I think is lovely. And also I see the eggs is like new beginnings. So I feel like new beginnings are abounding for you, even if whether you might be experiencing something challenging. You are the magician. You're creating something new for yourself. And love is everywhere, and I am loving and lovable. Loving people fill my life, and I find myself easily expressing love to others. So yeah, love is a big theme for you over the next we've got 4 months or so, for the rest of the year, really being loving to yourself, which will consequently mean you're loving to others. So really remember that, and being loving to yourself means being able to ask for help and to receive as well. So yeah, I hope that resonates with you, group 3. It's powerful for you, and really take that time to connect with that spirituality, and also to remember that you are the magician and that you create your life. So empower yourself with loving thoughts and loving actions, and then just see how the year unfolds for you. Thanks so much for watching, group 3, and I'll see you at another reading. Bye.